Hello and welcome to the third Save the Crafty YouTuber video hop. I'm thrilled to be back again for the third time and once again in the company of some great creatives from around the world. As always, there are lots of prizes to be won from our generous sponsors, so please stay tuned to the end of the video for details of how to win, and I'll also put all the important information you need in the description below. This is the project that I'm sharing with you today, so I shall move this out of the way and we can get on with the tutorial. So we're going to begin by creating the background for our card, and for this is just some smooth white cardstock. I've cut this to about 6 inches square. I will trim it down slightly to fit onto my card front when we're finished because I want to mat and layer it onto some other cardstock. So because I'm going to be doing some spraying, I've got my box. This is just an old cardboard box and I use this for spraying to try and keep the rest of my workspace clean. I've got a circle of card here. This is 2.5 inches diameter, just cut from a scrap of card. I'm going to be using this as a mask, so I'm going to pop that into the approximate center of my white card, and we're going to be spraying with some distress resist spray. The cool thing about this is not only is it great for using with distress inks, but because it's a liquid, it's slightly sticky. You can use it with embossing powder and it will stick the embossing powder down so that you can heat emboss it, and you get a really nice spray pattern that you can't get any other way really. You can't get that with an ink pad. So we're just going to spray this over the center of your card so that we sort of get this spray pattern, this starburst spray pattern. And then we just need to take it out of the box. I'm going to pop it on a piece of white paper just so that I can catch any excess embossing powder, and just lift that mask off with a pair of tweezers. Just get that out of the way. And I'm using Atlantic Sea Spray Wow embossing powder. It's a really pretty pale blue with a fine gold glitter in there. I think it is actually a mixture of blue and gold embossing powder with a gold glitter. I'm just going to sprinkle that on over the top of the distress resist spray. Tap off the excess, and as you can see, you get this really nice sort of diffused effect from the spray. So we'll just move that embossing powder out of the way. I'm going to get my heat tool and heat emboss this. And as you can see, that has this really beautiful sort of pale turquoise colour, but with this beautiful gold shimmer. And a really nice soft effect. Don't worry if your card's buckled a little bit. We're going to be matting and layering, so we'll flatten that out. It'll be absolutely fine. Now, in the centre of our little area that we masked off, I want to stamp a word. And I'm also going to be stamping some butterflies. I'm using this Wings of Change set of stamps from Visible Image, set of clear stamps. And in the middle, I want to stamp the word transform. And I'm going to be embossing it with black embossing powder, the primary ebony embossing powder. So I've got my clear embossing pad, my Wow clear embossing pad. I like this one. If you haven't got this, a Versamark will do the job absolutely fine. Just do like this one. Always used Versamark in the past until I started trying this one, and this is now definitely my new favourite. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment in the middle. Let's bring back my scrap of paper to catch the embossing powder. I'm just going to heat emboss that. So I'll just clear this away. Now I want to stamp some butterflies. I'm going to stamp the 3 smaller butterflies from this set of stamps from Visible Image, and I'm going to stamp them onto this rainbow parchment. This is from Pergamano for their parchment craft range, and it's really nice, like a heavyweight vellum, and it's got the pretty rainbow tones. So I'm going to stamp and heat emboss with some gold embossing powder. So I've popped my 3 butterfly stamps onto a block. And I'm going to stamp them onto my parchment. And this will give just a hint of colour and a nice sort of translucent effect. And I'm going to use Gold Pearl embossing powder, another Wow Powders embossing powder. So I'm going to cut those out, and I'll be right back and we can start assembling the card. So I've trimmed our background down to 5 inches square so that I can mat it onto some gold card and some black card and onto a 6-inch card base. And I'm just going to use, this is Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue. Just going to glue this onto the gold card. It's like a silk finish gold card. It's not a very, very shiny one. So I'm just going to line that up and stick that down. I'm going to stick the black card onto my card blank. If you're interested in the glue or the bottles that I'm using, there are links to those in my Amazon shop in the description below. And I'm going to just raise this up on some 3D foam. So it's got some foam tape here. Pop that on there. And the last thing to add are our little vellum butterflies. And I'm just going to attach them with a bit of glue along the body and leave the wings free. So just decide where you want to place them on your card. And then just a little tiny bit of glue along the body, just to hold them in place. And there I have my finished project. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope that you're enjoying this blog hop today. If you want to be in with a chance of winning one of the lovely prizes that our generous sponsors are giving away, please leave a comment below and on any other video that you watch. Please state whether you're in the US or international. Some of the prizes I know are only available for US residents. So if you let us know where you are, we'll make sure that if you win a prize, you win a prize that is going to be able to be sent to you. Next video is in the link below. Please go and check it out. And I do hope that you've enjoyed what I've done today. And if you're not already a subscriber of mine, please consider hitting that bell and subscribing to my channel. But for now, thanks. Enjoy the hop. Bye.